Hello everyone, and welcome back to the final of our Untamed garden. I'm fixing to put in the last few stitches, and I just wanted to bring you along with me to have your company as I do that. I'm putting on the casing for the dowel that will go in the back of this to hang it, and I've got one side done and part of the coming back down the other side. So I just want to stitch this. It won't take very long, but put these last few stitches in here with you as my companion as we finish this project. And then we'll flip it over and see how this Untamed garden turned out. I love it. I think you'll like it. I hope some of you have decided to try this yourself. It's such an easy project, just using what you have, your florals, scraps of floral fabrics. And you can find those on clothing, on regular fabric, thrift shop finds, linens, sheets, just all over the place. Anywhere there's florals, curtains, anything that you can cut up. Just doing an overcast stitch here down both sides of this casing, and the casing is a bias tape, inch wide bias tape, which will hold a small dowel, and that's all it takes because the piece isn't heavy. And then I will tie twine or yarn or fabric, whatever I want to use, to each end of that dowel, and then I will hang that over a hanger on the wall, and it's a simple hanging, wall hanging. Doesn't have to be elaborate. A lot of times I like to use scarf material that I twist and tie on both ends of the dowel. Makes a pretty kind of shabby chic hanger look when it's a scarf fabric. Sometimes I use jute or a heavy yarn or several yarns that I have twisted together, whatever works, whatever I've got. I have used rope, short pieces of rope that my husband might have in his shop that really isn't good for anything else. You just name it. If you can use it like a cord, you can hang it with that. Anything can be a dowel. It can be a dowel. It can be a twig, a tree limb if you can find one straight. Bamboo is good. Small bamboo is good. It'll fit through there. Of course, you can buy things, but usually there's something, especially if you have a husband that has a shop and he builds and does all kinds of stuff. Usually they got something you can use. We're just about done. So, except I think I'm going to have to get some more thread. I don't think I'm going to have enough to get to the very end, which is a shame because I do not want to. Oh, I have some already. That's good. Cut more of this color. You see, my back is very colorful, and my front is even more colorful. So Okay, I'm gonna tie a knot right here and get another piece of thread. That just is not gonna make it all the way to the end. Okay. Are y'all having a good time staying scrap happy? Drop it in the comments what you're working on. Do you have any recommendations of projects or challenges or anything like that that I or anyone watching the video, if you think we would enjoy doing it, participating in it, well, just drop a comment. Let us know about it. If you're hosting anything, if you're a YouTuber and you're hosting any project, well, drop it in the comment and we will definitely come check it out. At least I will, I know. I always like finding new projects to work. I seem to have an infinite imagination, but, you know, sometimes that doesn't work real well. It like takes a vacation on me every once in a while. It always comes back, but so having a new suggestion what might be nice. Oops. I'm not worried about hiding my knots and things because this is the back. The way I finished off this piece was I tack-tied it just like you would do a quilt. That's how I connected the front to the back. And you'll see that on the front side. You can see the little tacks, but they're small and they're kind of not that evident from this side. But where I tie them on the front, you can see them better. Okay, we are just about there. And then we will do the big reveal. I think the last time I was about halfway to 3/4 way finished on the front side. I think I had it all laid out but not stitched, so reinforce these starting and stopping edges. That's where it gets all the stress when you're trying to get those hangers through. Get us a knot. This one, we're just going to run a little ways down and up. We're going to bury that thread end. We're going to pull it tight and clip it, and you'll never see it. Okay. All right, are you ready? Oh boy, let me peek. Got the right, yeah, I do. All right, you can probably see that I've used different binding fabrics. I use this black check on the ends and this ticking, blue ticking on the long sides. All right, let's turn it over and look at it. All right, this first part, if you've watched any of the videos, you've seen it really well. Okay, now you can see where I've tacked and tied it. You can see the little green threads here and there. They're all down through here, but they just kind of disappear because this garden is very, very busy, isn't it? All right, let's go down it a little bit. Let's let you see what's going on here. All right. Last video I had gotten right about in this area with the sewing, and now I've got all that sewn down. I had added some different green elements to it. I had added some more yarn here. Then I had added the big splash of orange and red here, and that just kind of pulled this red section down, kind of made that make sense. Okay, pulled it together a little bit more. And then this brown section down here on the end actually plays well with the very beginning. We'll go back there and look in a minute. But where we started off with a big feature that had a lot of the brown in it, and we're ending off with that. Okay, so we're kind of batting a ping pong ball back and forth, keeping a continuity. Even though all these colors aren't all in one place, they work together to bring the whole into a cohesive look. So I love that. I love it a lot. All these pieces are individually cut and laid out. If you're just looking at this video and you want to see how that's done, make sure that you go back and catch the earlier videos. They're numbered so you can find them easily. But this brown part here, if you'll remember, we had this big brown section here. Okay, we also had this orange and red, which this is not exactly the same orange and red, but it still brings that orange and red back into it. The pink and red back over. The browns in both ends, you might say. The black is through it a little bit all along. And so it's just a beautiful piece, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I can't wait to get it hung and see what it looks like when it's hung. All right, that's the Untamed Garden. I love it. I hope you do, and I hope that you won't be afraid to start one, because it's all scraps. It's all just fussy cut pieces and sewn on, straight stitch, overlap stitches. Hardly any decorative stitches. There are a few. There's some chain stitches and some French knots and things like that, but just very few. Okay, use what you have. Then don't be afraid to do your binding in whatever fabric you think will work, or what you have, or what you like. I wanted to tie in the blue, so I did that. I wanted to ground it with the black, and I did that. So you just do what feels right to you. Okay, till next time. If you got a scrap, stay scrap happy.